Spoiler alert, which was better? Welcome back to Dramatic Evaluation. In this video, I'm going to be talking about which is better between the two movies, Backrooms and Obsession. Please hook me up and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment. And if you think I'm wearing pants right now, you're going to have to get real. Quick spoiler alert, there'll be minor details I'm going to talk about. It's not anything major, but I think it's worth giving kind of a light spoiler alert here just in case. And if you know this channel, you know I'm not bringing the hard-hitting data and analysis. I am just a random dude and just sharing my thoughts and opinions. So that's it. So let's get into it. Okay, so both of these movies absolutely blew up. It got super hyped, and honestly I think this was a combination of a couple things in my opinion. Both of these movies were made by YouTubers or directed by these YouTubers who are not like known established directors. They had really low budgets, especially Obsession, and they were good. Backrooms was coming off the hype of at least the small community, whatever size community, knew about the YouTube videos, because that movie was based on his YouTube videos. There's like at least 3 of those, maybe more, I'm not sure. And they came out, they were good, so people were like, oh yeah, spread the word, watch this movie, I guess. And then I think because of the fact that they were so low budget and made by YouTubers, all the talk of like, oh, Hollywood is dead, look what a YouTuber can do with no budget, and then just smash Hollywood box office records and stuff. And it just kind of, I feel like that fueled into the like blowing up of these movies, and more people being like, dang, I gotta see this thing. People are talking about it like this, holy crap. And it just fueled that whole thing and added to it blowing up. That's not to say these movies weren't good and don't deserve to make the money they did, but also the gross that they made, the net, whatever word it is. I'm not an econ major. It's in part due to the massively low budget, so they just made like a crazy amount of money after the fact, not having to make up for a $200 million budget like some of these big Hollywood movies do. But anyway, quick side note, like how people keep saying like, oh, movies are dead, Hollywood's dead. Like, I'm pretty sure it's thriving harder than ever. I don't know what this is that people keep saying, like Hollywood's in trouble, like the AI stuff, or like this and that. Like they're filming in other places because maybe they're just talking about Hollywood the city. I'm not sure, and like studios that are there, because it's cheaper to like film elsewhere. A lot of movies and stuff are filming in other countries or like places. Maybe that's what I'm hearing, but I hear a lot of like movies are dead. And so just no, they're not. I've watched 33 movies already that have come out, released in 2026, and we're like halfway through the year. Like that's a lot, and there are a lot more that I haven't even seen yet that are, I know, 2026 release movies. Like all the streaming services, like every week there's like new stuff that keeps dropping. There's so much stuff that like there's stuff that comes out that you're not even aware of, that you don't even know has come out, because that's how flooded these streaming services are and theaters are and whatnot. Like movies are far from dead. They're not dying. They're not going anywhere. If anything, AI is going to make it. People are, AI is going to kill it. It's probably just going to make it so they can enable them to make more movies, because they can do CGI stuff and post-production stuff quicker with AI probably. So I don't know, man. Like, relax on movies are dead, Hollywood is dead. No, it's not going anywhere. It's thriving hardcore, and I just can't understand the logic of that. And if I'm missing something there, leave a comment, let me know. All right, so real quick, we'll talk about the money first. Which movie made more between Backrooms and Obsession? Well, Obsession wins this one straight away, because Backrooms made, the last number, I'm sure it's higher than this, but the number I looked up was $212 million, and they had a $10 million budget. So they made roughly like $200 million, at least at this point that this number was put out. Obsession, over $300 million. I thought I saw $330 million at one point somewhere. And they only had a $750,000 budget. They didn't even get up to $1 million on the budget. So pretty much all the millions they made are all like net earnings on that movie. So yeah, Obsession made like $100 million more than Backrooms, and they win that one. So let's compare the actors, the acting, the performances in these movies. I think both were good. Both are different. A couple, different vibe, different type of movie for each. But Inde Navarette absolutely exploded from this movie. You cannot look at social media without seeing her everywhere. It's insane. Before I saw the movie, I was just seeing her everywhere. Pictures of her old stuff. Oh, look at Inde from 4 years ago, and this and that, and then all these like shots and clips and stills from the movie Obsession that were just everywhere, dude. She became like Taylor Swift level, like just out there, you know? So good for her. That's great. And she was great in the movie for sure. And the dude who played Bear was good. He was good for that role for sure. Like, I think I'll talk about this a little later, but the annoying, scared awkwardness that he was playing like in this movie was good. The actor did a good job. And the two actors, I don't know their names. I know I've seen the guy in multiple things. I don't know if I've seen her in anything, but the two actors that were the leads in Backrooms were solid. The couple younger characters that were with Captain Clark, and when they went down to like film some stuff, they were good at those roles. So yeah, across the board, I think the acting was good, and I'd probably just call it even on those. I think both did a good job, and I wouldn't say one was better than the other. They were just kind of different apples and oranges, different types of roles and performances in those. So we'll call that even. As far as the writing and the creativity of these stories, Backrooms was an awesome concept. Awesome. This movie is based on the YouTube videos that this guy made a while back, and a buddy showed these to me one Halloween. I remember we were sitting there, and we're like watching stuff. We watched Paranormal because I never had seen that before, and it was whatever. And then I was like, kind of like, I don't get scared. Like, I love horror movies. I watch so much horror stuff. I don't really get scared. I don't have a feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm like so like uneasy and scared watching this. The closest I've ever come to that type of feeling, I would say, is watching these when he put on the YouTube video for Backrooms. Something about this, like, going through this crazy architecture, this weird place that just gets weirder and weirder every corner you go around, not knowing what's going to be around that corner, looking around, like the way that it's POV with the camera and the grainy, like crappy camera quality. It all just like it hit and it worked for me, and I was just like, dude, this is awesome. I watched the three that I've seen. I watched those and I loved those and I thought they were great. So when I heard they were making a movie, I was like, dude, not sure what they're gonna do with a full movie, and we'll get to that. But wow, like awesome. I'm in. These YouTube videos are rad. Let's see what they do with the movie. But then it went off the rails, I would say. So the YouTube stuff, like the first half of the movie, essentially, they use that POV camera stuff. They have them exploring and looking around in this crazy place. There's some horror elements, or like, what is that, monster over there type of stuff going on, and it was good. Like, they did a good job with that. And then the second half of the movie, that's where they did their own thing. I'm not sure like how involved the YouTuber was, if he wrote the whole thing. I don't know. I probably should have looked into that more, but I also don't care. It was completely different and its own thing that just had nothing to do with the YouTube videos, and what they did and made up was just too weird, and I didn't really like it. I don't know, like the giant like monster at the end chasing him around, like I liked that in the YouTube videos, how it was just this naturally occurring weird crazy thing that he stumbles upon and it's chasing him through, and you're still in the POV camera thing. This just got all full like, oh, it's a Hollywood movie now and it's a chase sequence with this crazy monster. When like the main character was like fully just all of a sudden a different person and was like explaining, or just, I don't know what he was explaining to her, and he's like eating, he's like taking chunks out of that fat guy to like eat and stuff. Like, what was any of that? I don't know, man. It got weird, man. And like the whole fact that they set it up for a sequel, which is cool, I guess, and we'll see what they do with the sequel. But it's set up for a sequel because of the fact that this place exists, or these places exist that are crazy. Other people are aware of it, and so they're like doing research or trying to like study and figure out what the heck is going on with these anomaly places. Cool, do that. Be there, do that, man. Like, that's all you need for this movie. You have different people's perspectives or something. I don't know. But what they did at the end of the movie was just kind of weird. I don't know. Obsession, on the other hand, this is just a great, simple concept, just a good, kind of straightforward story. A little bit of supernatural in there with the whole wish element, but otherwise just a straightforward, like, here's a story and enjoy it. And, I love that. I'm about that. Just tell me a story, give me a good horror movie. That's what's up. Sort of knew how it would go. If I'm being real, like, I think anyone watching that movie would know, like, based on just what they set up and what they do, it's kind of like, oh, this isn't going to go well. Like, this, you know what I mean? It's like right out of the gate once he makes the wish and he's like surprised that it's worked, and then the way she's acting and everything, it's kind of like, this isn't gonna be good, and she's probably gonna go nuts and things are gonna escalate and stuff, and that's what happens. But even that being said, like, when you get to the ending, it was good, and what they do at the end with the story is very good. Like, so overall, like, pretty creative, solid, well done story. Great ending. Nice little thing that they do at the end with the second wish stick that they get, and Bear getting what he deserves, basically, honestly. It was awesome. It was awesome. By the way, pretty annoyed with Bear, though. When I was watching this movie, I was kind of just like, just love her back, and you're good, man. Like, she's like, starts freaking out and stuff because she's like, do you love me? Don't you love me back? Like, she's like freaking out about loving him more than he loves her, and him like leaving and things like that. Like, out of the gate, he likes her. He wants to be with her, so he makes this wish. Out of the gate, after making the wish, and she loves him and is about him, he's like, oh, he's like speechless all the time. He can't believe that she likes him, like that the wishes come true, which I get. You have to have some of that where it's like, because that's not a normal thing. You can't make a wish and have it come true. So like, there's disbelief, and he's tripping on that. But like, come on, dude. Like, after a certain point, like, yes, this has happened. Accept it. Enjoy it, man. This is what you wanted. Be with her. But at like no point does he like embrace it and be like, oh, cool. Like, I got what I wanted here. Like, there's none of that, I don't think, in the movie. It's just like him tripping on like, what's going on? And then her like just going out of whack because the love isn't like reciprocated. So that annoyed me, and I did not understand that. And it was just kind of like, yo, dude, like, enjoy the wish, man. What are you doing? It was weird. It was strange. As far as cinematography and the directing and stuff, like, I think both were great. They're new movies. They both obviously look really good. Backrooms implemented the POV, grainy, crappy camera, which is absolutely integral to that story and that movie, and works very well. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but like, it's effective and like does what it's supposed to do, and that the whole point is they're holding a crappy camera. Obsession looked great. It was kind of dark a lot of the time, but that was probably intentional lighting choice. But other than that, it looked really good, and I think both directors did a great job with putting shots together and everything. The creepy, like, moving in reverse thing that she does in Obsession, that got me. That was pretty cool. I can't really say I understand what that was, but like, it looked cool and I liked it. Maybe I need to watch that again to see if I missed something about why. Because I know there's the whole thing of like the real her is kind of like in there somewhere. So like when she's like sleeping, the real her is like talking like, kill me, like, help me, like, what is this? But I don't know why she would like go in reverse like that. It literally was like, it like reversed the film or whatever. Like, it had her go backwards and stuff. And then she like stutters at him like she's gonna attack but doesn't, and then it was, that scene was like kind of crazy. And then there's at the end of the movie when he goes to like their final kind of, I guess, confrontation, if you will, she's kind of like you see her creeping around in the background where you're like, whoa, like, so some of that stuff was cool. I enjoyed that quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know if you might even give this one to Backrooms just because of the whole POV camera thing and what they do with that, maybe. But I don't know, maybe it's even on this one too. Length and pacing, both of these movies are around 2 hours. I think Obsession is a little bit shorter. Honestly though, you could have trimmed a bit of Backrooms. I'm just gonna be real. There was a little bit of, you could even say, boring stuff. Like, there was a little bit of stuff that stretched too long or was kind of like not fully, engaging to where you're kind of like, all right, let's move along. If this is all you're doing, like, let's get to the next thing, because this is kind of whatever. And so I think Obsession was a little bit more engaging and just had more, like, I don't think there was much, if any, downtime in Obsession. I was kind of glued to what I was watching the whole way through. There wasn't like a lot of like wasted scenes or things that were boring and dragging on or unnecessary in there. Whereas Backrooms, I did feel like there was some stuff you could just straight up have cut out or trimmed down a little bit, you know, especially mostly at the beginning of the movie, honestly. And both of these movies are going to get sequels. I think I mentioned that before. Backrooms, of course, it's set up for it. They've got this universe or whatever this place is, this realm of whatever craziness is happening that these like scientists and people are aware of and are studying and trying to figure out what is this place. So that's super easily set up for a sequel to, you know, get in there and explore and do cool stuff with that. Hopefully they do more of that in the sequel and less weird stuff that they did in the back half of the movie. Obsession, though, I'm not sure what they would do with a sequel with that movie. It certainly will be different characters because everyone died. Spoiler alert. I guess not her. I guess she survived, huh? But I don't know what they would do with her. I don't know. I'm curious to see, and I have faith. The guy that made the movie he made a good movie, so we'll see what they do with the sequel, and I'll check it out for sure. Okay, so for my ratings, I rated Backrooms an 8.1. It overall it was good. It had good stuff in it that was able to get it up to level 8. If you know my rating system, it's pretty much like 7 through 10. If it's below 7, it was really bad. If it's in the 7 point whatever, it was kind of like, it was all right, but like not great. And if it's an 8, it's like, it was pretty good, but it, you know, wasn't a 9. And then 9 is like perfection, basically. So 8.1 for Backrooms. Pretty good rating, but low end on the 8s. Obsession, 8.6. I liked it. This was a great movie, but it wasn't like, this is no Barbarian or Weapons. You know what I mean? This is not an all-timer to me. I think it is over. I think both of these movies are overhyped, but especially Obsession. And that's to say, you know, I liked Obsession more, obviously, from those ratings. And but I do think that they were kind of like a little bit overhyped. The hype train was rolling hard, and everyone was going and seeing these movies. They're making all this money. It's, YouTube directors made these crazy good movies. They were fine, you know? Obsession was better. Spoiler alert, which was better? Obsession. Okay, Obsession wins. It was a better movie. I enjoyed it more. It had less problems and things that were weird, and it just was a good story, a great concept, fun horror elements in there, good ending. It was just well done. It was a well done movie. Backrooms was good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed that, especially the first half. But like I said, the back half, it was just weird, and they just made some weird choices there. And just do more with the camera footage stuff. That's what it is. That's what the YouTube video is. That's why you made a movie. So just do that. You know what I mean? So hopefully they do more of that in the sequel. We'll see what they do. But yeah, Obsession wins the battle. So that's it for my video. I'm talking about Backrooms versus Obsession. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment. And stay tuned. Until next time.